Here we are at the offices, the worldwide headquarters of Gospel Ministries International. And this morning I want to give you a little idea of what God is doing here in Tennessee. Normally my reports are from the front lines, from overseas. But even here in the United States, God is active at work and doing miracles for us. You see, GMI used to work out of a small basement. We did our accounting, we did our other work just out of a volunteer's home. As we prayed for a place to work, suddenly we found a little notice. This building was for rent. We began renting it, as well as some houses that are next door here. We have 3 houses on the property. This is a duplex right here for 2 families. And then off to the left here is a small home, the one that I'm living in at the moment. And then there's a bigger home that serves for homes for several of our volunteers, downstairs, a full basement and so on. But we were renting just a couple of homes in this building, and we were delighted. We knew that God wanted something big for North America, just like He does for overseas as well. But it wasn't long. Here's the interesting thing. We were just working here for a couple of months, and the owners came over, actually about 3 or 4 months. The owners came over and said, "We just love what you're doing. We believe that what you're doing here is God's work, and we would like to see you own the building. Are you interested?" Well, yes, I'm interested, but you know what? We don't have any money. Gospel Ministries International is basically operates right on the edge. All our money that we get goes overseas. And I started explaining to him all about this. And he looked at me and he said, "But would you like to have the building?" Well, yes, but. No, don't say but. Would you like to have the building? But I don't understand. We don't have any money. He said, "It's not about money. If you really need it, we'll work it out." Well, it was nearly $1 million. And we said, how can that happen when we don't have any money to put down? He said, "Let's go have lunch with the bank president and we'll see." We went down to Cleveland, Tennessee, where it's all Bible Belt. And the bank president is a church member there in a local evangelical church. And he discussed the work with us, what we were doing, and he fell in love with it. And he said, "Let me talk to my people." But today, with the economic crisis that's happening around the world, we don't let go of money very fast. And he said, "Let's see what happens. Turn in your financial reports." So we turned in all our financial reports, and basically it was a pessimistic outlook. But the owners of the building said, if the bank says yes, great. If they say no, we're still going to finance it. We'll auto-finance, but we want you to have the building. Well, at that point, I began to really believe something was about to happen. And as I realized that God was doing something, it was going to happen anyway, then I began to realize my blood ran a little cold, and I began to think to myself, maybe God wants something big for North America as well. God has blessed North America with special resources for a purpose. As a Protestant nation, a wealthy nation, we have been blessed with these resources for one purpose, and that is finishing the gospel in the world. Gospel Ministries International has partnered with Jesus for Asia, and they're moving their headquarters here from Idaho here to be with us in this building for one purpose, to share MissionTV, MissionTV.com, for the purpose of reaching North America and convincing them of how much work needs to be done in this short period of time that we have left. And Mission TV is going to be on satellite one of these days next to Hope Channel and 3ABN, but the focus will be for North America, so that North Americans can realize their sacred responsibility, that sacred responsibility of reaching the world with their resources, their know-how, the technology that God has given us during this opportunity that we have. We want to reach North America, and the way to reach North America is to get them involved in mission. It doesn't matter what mission that is, it doesn't matter which organization it is, but get involved in mission. Put your money and your time in God's work before you lose it all. This is very important, and I hope you're listening, that what you have now, you have but a short time to use. What thou must do quickly. And now I would like to introduce you a little bit to the inside, our studio. It's in the beginning stages, and we're just getting ready to do a shoot right now. And then follow me. I'd like to show you what's happening here. It's exciting. We have here our 3 cameras and our mixer. We'll start in here with our mixer first. Luis is in here right now getting ready for the pre-shoot, adjusting the cameras, adjusting all the settings for the colors and so on, and getting ready to do the recording directly to hard drive. There's one principle that's very important. Always use what you have. You always wish you had more? Don't wait for that day. Use what you have and it will multiply. Now, in this studio here, we have a set of lights that, by the way, they're handmade. We made them in Bolivia, just brought them up at 1/10 the cost of what you buy professional lights. Our beautiful equipment here that we have, and Anna's one of our camera people of the 3 camera operators that we have. Now you will notice the background is kind of dark. we decided to go forward and use what we have. We don't have a fancy background that doesn't look like very much, but it really looks attractive, very actually professional. Some people really like it. They have a dark background and just kind of stand out. But over the years, we'll be adding more and more things so that our studio, our set is actually real life, using what we have, the little that we have, and making really nice productions. I would like to invite you to look at MissionTV.com. It's going to be exciting. One of these days you'll see it on satellite too. And meanwhile, you can go to MissionTV.com anywhere in the world and watch exciting things, reports from the front line, not just what God is doing, it's about the need, what God wants to do, and what you can do to be involved in God's work on the front lines. God bless you.